Okay. You know that moment when you're sitting there staring at the thing you're supposed to start? Laptop open, shoes right by the door, book on the nightstand, and you're not doing anything else. You're just sitting in it, negotiating with yourself for way longer than the task itself would have taken. That moment right there, that's not laziness. That's your brain doing math. Bad math, but math. Here's what I mean. When you think about starting something hard, your brain doesn't calculate the next 30 seconds. It calculates the whole thing, the entire workout, the entire essay, the entire hard conversation, start to finish, all at once. And that number is always big enough to talk you out of moving. It's not that task is too hard, it's that you're pricing the whole task before you've even taken the first step of it. Nobody wants to pay that bill upfront. I used to sit there every single time thinking I need to feel ready for the whole thing before I could start any of it. And I'd wait. And waiting never once made me feel more ready. It just made the number in my head a lot bigger than it was. So at some point, I don't even remember exactly when, I stopped trying to talk myself into the whole task. I started only negotiating for 1 minute of it. Not the 60-minute workout, just one set. Not the entire essay, just one sentence. That's it. That's the entire deal I make with myself now. And why it actually works is your brain can't get scared of something that small. Write one sentence doesn't trigger anything. There's no alarm enough to go off over one sentence. It's beneath the threshold. So I do the one sentence, and almost every time something happens that I didn't ask for. Momentum shows up on its own because your brain and body don't actually know how to do just one of something. Once you're moving, stopping takes more effort than continuing does. You're already in the water. Getting out of it is the harder move now. The 1 minute was never the actual goal. It's the crowbar. It's just there to get the door open. Once it's open, you're already inside, and inside is never as bad as it looked from the hallway. And I noticed something else that made the crowbar even easier to use. It is how much of the negotiating happens before you even get to the 1 minute. If my gym clothes are folded and sitting by the bed the night before, there's no decision left in the morning. There's no moment where I have to find the shorts. I have to find the socks. Think about it. The task already made itself 30% smaller before I even opened my eyes. Same thing with the desk. That only has one purpose. If the space where I write is the same space where I scroll my phone and watch something and eat lunch, my brain doesn't know what mode to switch into when I sit down there. But if that spot is only ever used for one thing, you don't have to decide how to feel about it. I just sit down and I'm ready to go with the task because the environment already made the decision for me. None of that is motivation. It's just fewer decisions standing between you and the 1 minute. Every choice you remove ahead of time is one place where the negotiating can happen. This is where people usually say discipline and move on. Like, that explains it. Discipline is what you need for the first 30 seconds. After that, you're not disciplining yourself through a sentence. You're just writing because you're already writing. The hard part was never the middle. It was the doorway, and the doorway is smaller than you think once you stop leaving so many decisions sitting in the front of it. I think about how much time I spend sitting on the edge of that decision, not doing the hard thing, but not doing anything either, just stuck in the math of it. And it's honestly more time than the hard things themselves ever took. The dread was always longer than the task. So now, when I catch myself doing that thing, staring at the laptop, staring at the shoes, doing the math on the whole task, I don't try to talk myself into finishing it anymore. I just ask for 1 minute, one set, one sentence, one paragraph, and I try to make sure that by the time I'm asking, most of the decisions are already made for me. So, what I want you to take from this video is to focus on 1 minute, and the rest will just follow along. Thank you for watching.